Ladies and gentlemen, here I've got my monk guide, build guide, whatever. Uh, let's just get straight into it quickly. So here, as you can see on the screen, we got my monk. I don't know why I got a follower right here for support. Followers can never do enough damage. But so the key thing to be a support is not only just surviving yourself, but to help the DPS survive. So the DPS can go for full out attack and not worry so much about survivability and stuff. That's what you're there for, to produce buffs and to reduce their damage taken. So rather than the items, we'll go through the skills first. We got Crippling Wave Concussion, so that reduces incoming damage. If I remember correctly, enemies hit deal reduced damage. Yep, and it reduces their movement speed as well. Next, we got Safe Haven. This skill you can pretty much use whatever you want. I like to use Inner Sank with Safe Haven. Allies inside Inner Sank are healed every second. And also just the normal, it's all damage taken for allies is reduced inside. So you always want to cast that on the DPS. As I'll leave a link to the Greater Rift that I did with this character. You can go back and watch that. It is you can see what I do with the Inner Sank. I run it out to the DPS, cast it on him. Most of the time inside the Oculus ring that spawns, just so that they can stand inside that, get healed, reduce their damage taken, and just cast damage. So next we got Cyclone Strike, Soothing Breeze. This is the CC control, so you want to bring all those enemies in, and then Cyclone Strike also heals you and your allies whenever you cast it. So if there is a lot of damage getting dealt out to your allies, you want to be spamming this as much as possible, as well as hitting this to regain your mana spirit. So you just want to alternate between them when there's heaps of when there's a big stack of mobs and stuff like that. Next we got Blinding Flash, Crippling Light. Enemies that are blinded deal reduced damage after the blind wears off. So you don't want to be spamming this, because once you hit it again, I'm pretty sure the damage, the reduction in damage wears off, and especially with Witch Doctors can be a little funny if you're using a Garg build, because sometimes the Gargs won't end up attacking for some reason. But yeah, you want to use that mainly on the Rift Guardian to cancel their attacks and stuff. Next we got Epiphany, Soothing Mist this time. Imbue yourself with water, causing your abilities to heal yourself and allies, nearby allies. So that is all these abilities here help heal your allies when this is active. Definitely helps. So with a normal solo build you would use Desert Shroud, but in a group you want to use Soothing Mist just to help your DPSs. And last of all, you can for the mantra. Okay, you always want to run a mantra. I like to run Salvation with Agility. There is something else you could run. It's Mantra of Healing, Time of Need. I think it is Time of Need or Sustenance. Yeah, one of these two are probably the best. There's one that gives you a shield, or is that, yeah, that's just a base. So Time of Need or Sustenance is the best two to go for Mantra of Healing. Or if you're running Salvation, then Agility is the way to go. So with Agility, you just want to spam this. You don't want to spam it. You just want to cast it whenever you need to. We'll go through the Mantra of Healing later. For our passive skills, we got Seize the Initiative for attack speed. We got Alastricity. Fuck that up. Don't worry. For attack speed, Resolve for the damage reduction for the enemy's hit. If that makes any sense, I do not know. And Beacon of Yatar for cooldown reduction. So onto our inventory on our equipped items. So first of all, there's two ways you can do this. Well, I'll go through the way I've got it, and then later after we go through everything, I'll let you know a different way you could do it as well. So we got 3-piece inners. I got Ring of Royal Grandeur in the cube, along with Nemesis braces and Flying Dragon. With Nemesis braces, you can swap that out for Strong Arms or Spirit Guards, whatever you got a better roll on. And then for Flying Dragon, that's to help your attack speed. Yeah. Anyway, first of all, so we do have those 3 pieces of inners, 2-piece raiment. The raiment is for the attack speed, not so much the increased damage, but the attack speed helps us heal when we have Epiphany up and hitting enemies with our crippling wave. And our inners just give the base effect of all 4 mantras at the same time, so that really helps and increases the base effect of your mantra by 100%. So that's really helpful. So we'll go from the top. We got these shoulders. I do not know how to pronounce them, but the Cyclone Strike shoulders reduces your damage taken by 46% for 5 seconds. So every time you cast Cyclone Strike, there's a bar down the bottom. Can you see my mouse? Yes, you can. When that hits the bottom, you want to go again. Unless there is a lot of enemies in the area and your allies are getting lots of damage, then you just want to keep casting this and hit and then stand still. So I can't regain my spirit because I'm not hitting anything, but you get what I mean. Hit that Cyclone Strike, attack a few times, Cyclone Strike again, attack a few times, so on and so forth, while you got Epiphany up. So yeah, that helps your survivability a lot. And the same with every single skill, you want Vitality on it. Armor helps, resistance to all elements help, life percentage helps, and any like dexterity, intelligence and stuff helps with armor as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You also want attack speed and cooldown. So they're your main ones that you really want. Unless you're running health globe, then you might want crit hit chance as well. So we got the shoulders there. Take a quick look at my rolls if you like. They're not absolutely perfect, but they will do. Next, across the line, we got Hellfire Amulet. With the passive, we got Sixth Sense. Another good passive to have is also Near-Death Experience. If you're going even higher than, say, if you're going higher than 80s, then Near-Death Experience is probably best. Probably better than Sixth Sense, because there is a chance of getting one shot even though you are support. If you don't have Epiphany up and you're not attacking, if you're just running and you run into a mob like this, there's a good chance you might get one shot. So that definitely helps. So when you're going into a mob, especially when you start off the rift, you want to proc Epiphany and then attack to dash to that first enemy, just so you can get your toughness up. So it doesn't show. So when you attack, the toughness goes up even more when you hit an enemy. So just keep an eye on that. Also, next we got Spirit Guards. Here, your Spirit Generators reduce your damage taken by 38% for 3 seconds. So every 3 seconds, you pretty much want to attack. So like I said before, Cyclone Strike, attack, Cyclone Strike, attack, Cyclone Strike, attack, so on and so forth. So we got inners stuff, so you want attack speed and cooldown on your gloves. You want, yeah, it doesn't matter. So yeah, again, just survivability on these, survivability. Next we got the rings. I like to run Obsidian Ring to help with that cooldown. So I've got attack speed, cooldown, and all resource cost reduction. So that helps me keep my spirit up, because sometimes you might have spirit problems. So if I do attack, that does go up. Cool, nice. Anyway, Then also Oculus Ring. Oculus Ring is probably a really one of the most important items because it does increase the damage by up to 85% while standing in the affected area for the DPS. We also run Little Rogue and the Slanderer, mainly for that attack speed boost and the armor. For survivability, you gain 6% increased attack speed, damage, and armor for 5 seconds. This stacks up to 5 times, so it's a massive survivability boost. You also the best skills to have, the best things to have on this is cooldown reduction, reduce all resource costs, and attack speed. So in the perfect world, that arcane damage would be dropped down to attack speed, and that dexterity would be vitality in a perfect world. So with this also, so my weapons aren't the best rolls in the world. I did get reduced, I don't know what I'm saying right now, reduced cooldown by 10%, and I got vitality on the Slanderer, which is nice. Then next we got the boots. So I like to use these boots. You may move unhindered through enemies. This helps so you don't get bogged down or trapped by a big group. And again, you just want like survivability bonuses on them. So vitality, resist all, armor, dexterity, intelligence, strength, so on and so forth. Movement speed, you don't really need it because you got Epiphany for that dashing strike. So yeah. So we've gone through all of these. The gems I like to use are Goguk, Esoteric Alteration, and Gem of Officious Toxin. You can also run Ice Blink and change your primary Concussion to Tsunami for that 10% increase crit hit chance for the DPSs. But sometimes a Barb might run that. So the Barb would run something like Esoteric, Toxin, and Ice Blink or something like that. That's it really for there. The change that I was talking about with the Mantra of Healing, you can cube one of these, Band of the Rue Chambers. You can cube one of these. Your spirit generators generate up to 50% more spirit, so for each attack, which is helpful. So you cube that and just run the 4-piece inners without the Ring of Royal Grandeur. So if you're running that, say you're running Sustenance or something, then let's pop Epiphany to get my spirit back. So you got these in the cube, so every time I hit, I generate more spirit, and you pretty much want to be spamming this on cooldown. So as soon as that bar reaches 0, pop it again. As soon as that bar reaches 0, pop it again, so on and so forth. Okay, that's another option you can run. A fair few people run it. It's not too bad. That's just for more healing, I guess. I like to run Salvation Agility for that dodge bonus. So I'm attacking, I pop that. I pretty much almost do the same thing, but not as frequent. So if there's a big mob around us, like my team, and whoops, I didn't mean to blinding flash. If I'm Cyclone striking them in, and the Barb's pulling them in as well, and then I've got Epiphany up, I'm attacking, I'm Cyclone striking, I'm blinding, I've got Inner Sanct down. I also cast Agility to help me and my allies dodge and get that resistance boost. So I think that's about it. Also, like I said before, I'll leave a link in the description and at the end of this video annotation just to click so you can see this build running in motion, or if you've already seen it, then you don't have to go back and watch it. You know what I'm talking about. I think I've covered everything. The gems, obviously, as you can see, cooldown for the helm, resistance in the chest and the pants, and then life on hit for the weapons. That's about it. Also, one other gem that some people like to run, let's run over here, is where is it? It's moratorium, 35% of all damage taken is instead staggered and dealt to you over 10 seconds. Well, that is for a rank 70, so that seconds does go down the lower the rank is. 20% chance on kill to clear all staggered damage. So that's quite a nice gem. You can probably run that instead of, say, the esoteric alteration, especially if like you're killing stuff pretty quickly, or if you have enough cooldown, you can also use that instead of the Goguk. Also for paragons, forgot about paragons. So you want movement speed and then the rest in vitality if you're going for the support. For offense, you want cooldown reduction, attack speed, and then do these after. With defense, doesn't really matter what order you go to. Life regeneration is last. I like to go resist all, armor, life, and then life regen. For utility, it's always life on hit, life per hit, resource cost reduction next, and then these two you don't even need, especially if you're solo, you're not going to be killing anything. Not solo, if you're support, you're not going to be killing anything, so gold find and area damage isn't really too big. If you seem to be lagging a lot during the greater rifts, if they're too much, then take the area damage off. That does seem to cause some lag a lot, so just fill up these two, leave 100 points left, and then go about your business. So let me just put these back on, just because I hate having 100 just sitting there. So yeah, that's the entire build there, guys. I think I covered everything. I'm pretty sure I did. So again, thank you all for watching. Check out that video I'll leave in the description. Subscribe for more content. If you really liked these, if you really want some more build videos, I do have some DH. I do have a DH Crusader, Witch Doctor and stuff. I am keen to do some more, so leave a like for this video if you want to see more of that stuff. And until then, I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.
Adventure time!